Hello everybody, welcome to the Giani kitchen one more time. So with the holidays around the corner, one of the first holidays that we're coming is actually Thanksgiving. So a lot of people around the world love to celebrate Thanksgiving. I know it's an American tradition, but so many different countries love to celebrate a little bit with the US, that beautiful holiday that this is. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Is that you know very well that from my previous videos, I spent some time in Italy, and I fell in love with the Italian cuisine and the people, and it's just everything. I think is just fabulous. But we're gonna do something very special today. So, like, one of the things that they actually have in Italy, it's a treasure from Italy. It's a very old product. It's actually 2,000 years old. The Romans used to do that. They actually have a product that's called vincoto. Vincoto, it's actually used for a condiment to put on meat, to put on vegetables, to put on salad, on seafood, you name it. It's so good. It's an ancient recipe that the Romans used to use a little bit on everything. But not only that, the purpose of making vincoto, which is basically two different kind of grapes who are cooked for 9 hours, 10 hours, and sometimes they actually add a little fig to it just for the flavor. But what happens is that by reducing 75% down to 25% of this just like unfermented grapes, basically what happens is that you're coming up with like a syrup. It's what's called actually on the bottle. You can get those bottles right on Amazon for between $20 and $25, something like that. It's not a vinegar, it's a syrup made out of grapes. Traditionally very ancient, still done today the old-fashioned way. And it's absolutely wonderful. Will change the flavor of everything. You must try it. It's so good. And like I say, it's a must. Must is actually coming, it's actually a Roman word. Vinum mustum. And it's all the things that we don't know about the Romans. But anyway, it was a long time ago when they invented a lot of stuff. So what I did is that to celebrate, let's keep in track with having turkey, cooking turkey. But instead of doing the whole bird, a lot of people in Italy don't do the whole bird. A lot of people in France don't do the whole bird. But we still love to celebrate Thanksgiving across the pond. So what we're going to do, we're going to feature and celebrate vincoto or vinocotto. It depends what part of Italy you come from. And I'm going to show you what I did with the turkey. So just for the purpose of the video, all right, what I did is that I'm cooking pan-cooked 3 turkey breasts. So before I drenched them with that vincoto, I just took one of my kitchen tool, which got pointed spike, and I perforated the meat everywhere on both sides. All right. Now again, there are a lot of people that don't know that you can cook really thick turkey breast right on the pan. It doesn't have to be cooked in the oven to be wonderful. And what I did is that basically I did not soak those breasts with vincoto for a long time. Just a few minutes, and I put some olive oil on the cold pan. You gotta start it on the cold pan, and then you turn the heat up, and you basically add some garlic, some onions, and I did some parsley with it. Now, it is not until the end also that we're going to add some vincoto. So the big thing here that we need to talk about is that you need to reach a temperature of 165 with the meat. So it all depends what kind of a stove you're using. They're all cooked different, and the thickness of the breast is also different. So what I'll do while this is cooking, I won't be afraid of, you just get a tray, just like that, and then you can pull each of them out after 10-15 minutes before you flip them over. All right, since they are done in different size, okay? And basically, you take your thermometer and you check the temperature. It happens really fast. And if you see that one hasn't reached 165, then basically you put it back, just like that. And then if the other one has reached 165, you just let it be outside, let it cool off for like a few minutes and stuff like that, for like 5-10 minutes, so the juices go back. Again, for the purpose of the video, I just got them done. All right. And what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to slice them. All right. But actually, before I do that, it's still resting a little bit because I just got done doing it. Now, if you watch some of my previous videos, while this is cooking, if it gets a little too dry, you're like, you know, your olive oil is actually evaporating, which it shouldn't, but if it gets to the point that it kind of evaporates, don't be afraid of putting some water in it. And again, like I mentioned in my previous video, scrape the bottom. Scrape the bottom, and you just create that extra juice that you're going to serve the turkey with it. So it's basically, as you're cooking, you're going to caramelize this vin cotto. So it's just like making everything rich and absolutely delicious with the onions and the garlic and the herbs of Provence in there and some parsley. I mean, that juice is absolutely divine. So now, again, let's go over here and let me show you what I did. All right. So just to keep with tradition of the American dish, the Thanksgiving, you got to keep at least some squash. So I did quarter some potatoes, and then pretty much with the carrots, this is going to go on the tray by themselves in the oven. I turn my oven on at like 450, and once the potatoes are starting to get pretty soft, and what I'll do is that I'll watch those carrots. They got to be caramelized like that. That's when you get like phenomenal taste. Then I'll put my butternut squash, which has been quartered all over it. That cooks a lot faster than the potatoes. I add some red onions and some yellow Spanish onions to it. And then on another tray, I do my zucchinis, or I pan fry them. You can take some olive oil, and what I do with the zucchini, so if you pan fry them, this is like a mandolin that like my grandmother used to use. Basically, it still exists. You can slice them evenly. Well, guess what? Today you can still buy a mandolin. You just have to watch your fingers. But it's a great way to have every slices. Once you set that blade like a certain distance, a certain height, it won't change. You just need to watch your fingers. This is the only thing that you've got to do. And what I did is basically I put some olive oil in a pan. I put a drizzle of olive oil in there, and I basically cook very fast my zucchini. I flip them over. You don't them soggy at all. And then what I'll do to it to finish the dish is that I will take, for example, some little baby tomatoes that I actually cooked with capers, and then I can put them right on top of it, just like that. And it's just adding a beautiful garnish all over the zucchinis. Let me tell you something. It's so delicious that people love it. Look, I mean, if you're looking at the sauce with the capers and the olive oils and the herbs of Provence right in there, it's just absolutely beautiful. So the other thing that I do is that I made like a beautiful endive salad. Now a lot of people are not too sure about that. So the beauty about making an endive salad is that it's a little bit bitter. You just don't know too much about those flavors. What kind of like, you know, what kind of salad is that? It's actually great in flavor. And the beauty of that is that when you start eating the squash, and then you are teasing your palate, your taste buds with all this sweetness, taking a bite, a little bit of that salad bitters, it's just great. And if you watch my previous video, I had that raspberry vinaigrette, and I pour it right on top of it. And then what you can do towards the end of it, you can also dress it up with a drizzle of vin cotto. or vino cotto. And also what I did on another tray, I took some oranges that I did slice with some pineapple, some pears also, and then right before we put this tray on the table, we actually are going to put a drizzle of that vino cotto all over it. So let's check it out. See how beautiful chicken breasts are going to be. All right. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful those turkey breasts are. I mean, that's just incredible. The key thing is just to let it rest once it cooks. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, people are going to dig in. Just like that. And this is an easy recipe for Thanksgiving, again, where it is not super challenging to do it. Look how beautiful these turkey pieces are. And I just love to just put them right there in the middle of the tray, just like that. And just let the people dig in and dig in and dig in. And now, again, one of the things that I do mention, that I must mention, is that you can buy the fig vino cotto balsamic vinegar. This is not a vinegar that I've used, because otherwise it's going to mess up completely everything. This is the original vino cotto, and that's basically what you got to look for. And it's aged for 4 years in oak barrels, basically. And what I do is that you take the vino cotto, just like that, and you just pour it just all over the fruits. We are celebrating, like I said, we are celebrating this 2,000 years old luxurious Roman luxury at its best, actually. And with that, blend some black pepper. I'm going to do some fine coarse parsley all over it. And I can assure you that your Thanksgiving is going to be phenomenal. And like I say, it's just to give you another option of spending Thanksgiving without cooking a whole bird, basically. Now, whatever you use, all the vino cotto with the olive oil, the Italian seasoning, the garlic, the parsley, and the red onion that I put in there, and or the Spanish onion, it's up to you. This is so delicious, and again, you can pretty much pour it. I mean, I can even tell you how delicious it is, and basically you will love the options of that dish, and it's rich in colors, and people will appreciate something, you know, that's I hope that people will appreciate something that's actually authentic, to be 2,000 years old, that's still made in Italy, and it's just fabulous. If you love what you see, please subscribe to our channel. And this is one way to cook turkey, and another option. It's I think that's a beautiful dish. It's got great flavors and great colors and stuff like that. And I don't know what we're gonna feature next week. It might be another turkey dish. I'm not sure, but I just love when we dig into those old-fashioned products that exist out there, either in the mountains or remote places that nobody talks about it too much, and it's just like great stuff to to transform your day with your friends and your family into some fabulous stuff. So until next time, enjoy the turkey vin cotto and all this beautiful stuff basically, and don't be afraid of using the vin cotto right on the fruits or ricotta cheese or any kind of stuff that you want. It's absolutely fabulous. Until next time, enjoy your Thanksgiving, and I will see you later. Bye bye.